The north wind and the sun were trying to decide which was stronger. Suddenly, the man saw a man coming down the road. The sun saw a man going down the road. The sun said, I see a way to tell which is the stronger. The one of us who can make the man take off his coat will be decided as stronger. You begin. So the sun went behind the cloud, and the north wind to blow his heart upon the man. But the harder he blew, the more closely did the man blow on his clothes. Last, the north wind said, I give up. Then the sun came out, and bright rays came down upon the man. Soon he found it was too hot, so he took off his coat. He unbuttoned it and took it off. So you see, said the sun, I am much stronger. You made the man take off the coat. Okay, that's the story. Bye. The Ant and the Grasshopper. One summer's day, a grasshopper was hopping around the field, singing his heart out. An ant passed by carrying some great piece of corn. The ant was talking to the corn to his nest. It was a very, very large piece of corn, such a small ant to carry. Why not talk with me? Said the corn. Instead of working all that day, I am helping to lay up some food for the winter, said the corn. I think you should do the same. Why bother about winter, said the corn. We have enough food for the present. Think now of the winter, said the ant. And taking the large piece of corn, off went the small ant to the nest. When winter came, the corn had no food. He found himself very hungry. He watched most unhappily. He saw the ant eating every day the corn from the stores the ants had brought. It was enough for the long, cold winter. Oh, said the hungry corn, how I wish I worked in the warm summertime. Now I am cold and hungry, and have nothing to chew on. The little ant saw the corn. Come and have some of my corn. Come and have some of my corn, said the said. Next summer we will work together for food the next winter. Oh, how happily the corn was. Thank you, he said to the little ant. He ate the corn. Oh no! And the little corn ate in his mouth. Okay, that's the end of the story. Now we're going to do a different one. This is called The Lion and the Piece of Rock. Once there was a lion that was asleep. A little rock ran up and down his leg. This soon awakened the lion. He placed a large crinkle on the little rock and opened his mouth to eat it. Oh, king of animals, cried the little mouse, forgive me this time. Please let me go. Who knows, but someday I might do you some good turn. May I repay for your kindness? The lion was so pleased of the idea, he let the little rock be able to help him. He lifted his paw and let him go. Sometimes after the lion was caught in a trap, the hunters who set a trap wanted to take a lion home for the king of the country. He tied to a large tree and went to find which carried him to the ruler. Just then, the little rock happened to come along. He went up to the lion how he could. Then he take the rope off with his crinkle. The little rock slowly cut the rope and tied the king of animals. Was I not right? Said the little rock. Little friends may be good friends. You laughed at me when I promised I would repay you. But see, you and a mouse can help a lion. That's the end of that story. Now the rock. Then, bye. The hare and the tortoise. Wait, the head and the tortoise. One day there was a telling at a great speed from other animals. I have never done yet, said the head. Does anyone want to race with me? The head said quietly, I will race with you, hare. That is a good laugh, tortoise, said the hare. I could dance around the rock all the way around and yet win. I didn't know you love one, rock, replied the tortoise. Shall we start? So squawk, splanned, and away the hare and the tortoise. I'm gonna put the little cotton picking leg on my reading book. The rock went out of sight and almost at once, but soon he stopped and had a short rest. The tortoise will never catch me, thought the rock. The tortoise went slowly on step by step. When the rock awakened from his sleep, he saw the tortoise just near to the winning line. Try as he would, the hare was not quick enough to pass the tortoise. He could not reach the line in time to win the race from the tortoise. Slow but sure, said the rock. Applauded happily as he looked at the great who had been so proud of his whoopee. Okay, that's the end of that story. I can't believe I'm done. Okay, bye. This is the City and the Mouse. The Nuthead and the Donut. Once upon a time, there was a donut head. Mouse went on to visit her cousin in the country. And I don't know why she swallowed the fly. And I guess she must have made it. Can you believe I'm I'm a human? No, I know. And I'm a Skeletor. Is this little guy? This, Austin, be quiet. This is called the silly wife. Austin, stop it. It's going like this. Just stop it. This is called a silly wife. This is called a silly wife. Repeat, this is called a silly wife. Don't be silly or this wife will be silly. Silly wife. Repeat, silly wife. In a far, far country where the snow stands high and the wind blows wild, the winter knickknacks are very long and very cold. Folks have been awesome fires to keep them warm in the bright daylight. These thick colorings to keep them stored at night. Plants are always bringing blood from the florist, and plummen thriving, flaking, covering for wool. The nicest present a wife can get is her husband for a nice woolen covering. Another name for this wool. Poor little guy. In a little town where people are rather silly, but yet very kind, there lived a good man and his good wife. They lived in a little house. The good wife was making a fine quilt for her husband. She made it a piece of every color. She was very proud of the handsome wool quilt. Her husband thought it is the most beautiful woolen quilt in the whole country. My dear wife, he said, you are a good wife. I want to make you my wife. You are so clever and you make such wonderful woolen quilt. It is beautiful. Then they ate dinner and went to bed. The good wife covered his husband with the wonderful new quilt. It was cold. It was a cold night. The husband pulled the quilt over his ears. The quilt was too short. When he pulled up his legs, the feet stuck out. In the morning, he said to his wife, dear wife, the beautiful quilt you made is too short. Each time I pulled over my ears, it does not cover my feet. My feet get cold. Oh, big fat little old man, he said to the good wife. She thought for a time, and then she said, "Good husband, did you say the quilt covered your ears but not your feet?" That's right. My neck and my ears and my face was up, covered warm. My feet were not, and they were cold. The wooden quilt was too short. I can fix that. The silly wife replied, "After breakfast, I'll get to work so you can use it tonight. You just showed me which end covered your neck and your ears. Husband showed which cover. Now," she said, "I'll take care of it." At night they went to bed. Which husband used a woolen quilt. His feet was once more were out in the cold. It was just as they had been the night before. The next morning he told to his wife, "Perhaps I did not cut off at the neck," she said. So once more she cut off a piece at the end that covered the good husband's neck. She carefully put it on the opposite side. Now you would want did not make the woolen quilt any longer. But the two sillies of the town in the far country did not know that his good silly wife keep cutting at one end and putting the other until she grew tired. She decided it was best to make a new woolen quilt. Her husband hopped into bed. He long enough to keep his feet warm, and so did you, and so did I. Yeah, that's the end of that story. Once upon a time, there was a little car that went out. Once upon a time, there was a little car that went out. And he made a sound like this. So is that a nice sound? No, I guess it was. Now he has to go to the bathroom. So I guess he made it sound like... End of that story. I guess it is the end of that story. And then he has to cough. Now I guess it's really the end of this story. Bye. No, what is it going to be doing with that? Then he had a little cut and he went, "Ow, ow, 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 ow." Okay, now it's really the end of the story. Oh, I know you're going to kill me, but this time, this is the last promised one. If I don't do it, you can bark at me in the eye. Okay, once upon a time, there was a... Austin, don't laugh. Once upon a time, there was a... Austin, don't laugh. Once upon... Austin, don't laugh. Once upon a time, Austin, do not laugh. Austin, laugh. Once upon Austin, stop laughing. Once upon a time, Austin, laugh. Once upon a time, there was a monster. Once upon a time, there was a monster, and he growled. He goes, and then he growled like this. Well, okay. Remember what I said? This is the promised last one. You can bark on my face. Bye. I guess you better bark at me, but I'm telling you the other one. Bye. I guess the little man went to the house and he made noise like this. Please help me, boy. Okay, if I do one more, I guess you better eat my face. If I do another one after this, then you better eat my face. Okay, this little man, he went in this little car and the motorcycle went and went right under the water. Okay, bye. Ow, he's biting my face off. Help, help, my face coming off. Oh no, it's on the floor. Bye. Why am I alive? Bye. Austin has a messy face. Austin stuck out his tongue at me. Austin is the Volkswagen with the doors open. Austin is making silly songs like this. Hey, boy. Dear everybody, my family went backpacking, and can you guess what we saw? We saw 2 marmots and 4 or 5 gold mantle ground squirrels. Later, we stayed in the cabin for 2 nights and saw 2 bears. My family and I went backpacking in Yosemite National Park. When we were in the cabin, one of the bears lunged at my father because he, the bear, was so tame. The forest rangers had to relocate him. Does anybody ever go backpacking? Victoria folks, we say age 8, Santa Barbara, California. Hi. I guess we have to go now. Okay, bye. Dear Boogie Woogie, I never had a Boogie Woogie that was shredded. I always wondered why you. I always wondered why you were always wondered why you are always wondered the smallest next to cricket. Especially since you look like a mouse and mole combination. In a magazine I read that Enstrombagia grew about 1.5 inch long, smaller than a grasshopper or a cricket. I guess that is Duke. Michael Williams Snowden. No. Okay, that's the litter box. Okay, now this is a story called The Litter Box, and this is nice. Okay, the big grandfather cricket said, "Hooray, it's summer, happy June bugs. June bugs, get it? Ha ha ha." Little ladybug says, "Very funny, cricket. Now, why do you think of where we can go our expedition year?" Now he says, and the worm with a little shovel tied to his neck, "Wherever you're going, count me out. Your expedition gets more and more dangerous every year." And then little baby cricket says, "You know George is right." The wasp says, "I love it. Thrills, adventure, danger, blood, guts, scream. Yay! Last year we almost got a killer about 10 times." The little spider says, "We're going up in a hot air balloon, but stuff like that doesn't exactly make for a restful vacation." The heart bug says, "I don't know why Austin is such a big, fat, disgusting, ugly, pewy lovebird. I know, this didn't seem quite true to the short. This and the ladybug says, "Well, fine, where do you know?" And I do. Dun, 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 dun.